We call the Board of Mayor Alderman meeting for Tuesday, June the 24th to order. We will start with opening prayer by Pastor Johnny Bird from Legacy Church, who it says on your program, Pastor Finney, but he couldn't be with us tonight. So if you would please stand, if you're able, for the opening prayer and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, we thank you for the opportunity to live in this great city. God, we thank you for men and women who lead our city, who put the citizens before themselves. God, I pray your grace be with us. God, I pray your mercy be on the decisions. God, may we have the wisdom of heaven as these men and women make decisions. Lord, be with our citizens, God, and grace on them, our officers, and all those who serve our city. God, let your grace be on us as we do the business of the city. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time I'd ask Madam Clerk if you would read the future meetings into the record, please.
Bartlett Station Commission, July 2nd at 7:30 a.m. City Beautiful Commission, July 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Family Assistance Commission, July 7th at 6 p.m. Planning Commission, July 7th at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, we'll recognize any scouts if they're in the crowd. And seeing no scouts in the crowd, I'd ask Miss Tommy Jean Moore to please join me down front.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. I did make notes.
Means you want to speak.
No.
As usual, we always have our annual plant sale, and Miss Tommy Jean has led that plant sale in City Beautiful for some time now. And I'm going to give her the opportunity to speak. She's very successful at what she does, and we've had some very successful years. And each year she surprises me with a greater amount than her goals are. So we'll see if she did that again this year.
And we did. I've got some of the members here, if they'll come up here. Really? Don't make me stand here by myself. This is only 3 of them. There's 14 of us, so I don't know what happened. There's a lot more, so. Just one, without this committee, we couldn't do what we do. They are amazing people. They show up, they work. Some of them have jobs, some of them don't. They're retired. But anyhow, without these people, we couldn't do what we do. But last year, as you know, we had an amazing sale. It was about $10,000. So that was the first year we've ever been able to give money back to the city. So we gave a check to Public Works and to Parks for projects that they needed. So this year, our sales were amazing. They were? Amazing again. $11,223.20. I don't think the mayor even knew what our total was. I kept it a secret, so. So anyhow, there's some people I'd like to thank. Also, Jonathan Walker's not here tonight. He's on vacation. He works for Public Works. I want to thank Matt for sending him to us. And Debbie Gillino, she volunteered her time to come help with the plant sale. And we also had some of our friends that just volunteered besides all of us. I mean, it took, what?
A village.
A village to put it together. It's not just something that happens overnight. We had ordered plants from a grower out of town, and the plants came in on an 18-wheeler. And we had to unload the 18-wheeler ourselves and put them under the pavilion. And then the next day we go out to Dabney's nursery and pick out our other plants, bring them back and unload them. So it takes all of us and every weekend to make this thing a profit. So we will be taking proposals. So if anybody, I've gotten one from Public Works already. So we would like to give our money back to the city. So if anybody, police department, fire department, have any projects that you, beautification. We're working hard to keep Bartlett clean, green, and beautiful. So anything, and we appreciate all the help that y'all came to the plant and supported us. So keep supporting us, and we'll keep giving you back money. Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have, I want to ask Lieutenant Chris Armstrong to come join me. I think they had the Bartlett Police Charitable Foundation has a check to present. Good evening. How you doing? Good seeing you.
I'm Lieutenant Armstrong and President of the Bartlett Police Charitable Foundation, and with me is our Treasurer, Grant Young, our Vice President, Brittany Vick. Every year we have our Police Week 5K. It happens the first Saturday in May. This past May we had one in our sixth annual Bartlett Police Week 5K and obstacle course. And all the money we raise goes to families of officers that have been killed in line of duty. And this year, we were able to raise our biggest check support and had our largest number of participants in the race. We had over almost 750 registered runners, over 200 more from the previous year. But we presented a check. We went to Washington, D.C. back in May and presented a check to Concerns of Police Survivors, COPS, in the amount of $52,000. I'd like to say, though, I really do appreciate the mayor, the city, and the police department, Lieutenant Cox, Chief Cox, Chief Golden, and all the administration for supporting us throughout the year and helping us grow this event. This event has grown tremendously, and I hope next year, May the 2nd, hopefully it'll grow even bigger then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we now move to the approval of minutes. The minutes from June the 10th, 2025 of our regular board mayor and alderman meeting have been in your packet. You should have had time to review those. If there's no corrections, errors, or omissions, the chair would entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned and second. And Madam Clerk, I ask that you put minutes are passed, unanimous. We next move to the consent agenda. Any member of the board may remove any item for a separate discussion if they wish. We have 5 items. We have 5 items on the agenda. Does anyone wish to remove any one item? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you read the 5 items into the record, please?
Item 1, bid for fire department uniforms. Item 2, bid for wastewater clarifier overhaul. Item 3, purchase of water pumps. Item 4, property, general liability, auto, workers' compensation, and other insurance renewals. Item 5, financial report 2025.
Been properly motioned to second. There's no discussion, so Madam Clerk, please present the roll before the board. Consent agenda passes. Now we go to new business. Madam Clerk, we read item number 1 under new business.
Appoint Courtney Sims to the Historic Preservation Commission.
I present, Courtney, are you in the audience? Don't see it, but anyway, the mayor presents Ms. Courtney Sims' name before you to be considered for Historic Preservation Commission.
Move it. Second.
Been properly motioned to seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk? Congratulations, Ms. Sims. We look forward to seeing you volunteering to help in the Historic Preservation Commission. Madam Clerk, we can read item number 2, please.
Set a public hearing for July 22nd, 2025 for Resolution 19-25, a resolution approving a special use permit to allow a residential mixed-use development to be located at the northeast corner of Highway 70 and Highway 64 within the SC1 Plan Unit Commercial Zoning District.
I will say the purpose of this is to set the public hearing so the public can have their voices heard. So that's the reason we have this before us tonight, so they'll be able to speak on July the 22nd. Is anything, Ms. Kim Taylor, you'd like to add? Thank you. At this time, we present item number 2 before the board. And feel free, if there's any questions or concerns you have with the applicant, I'm sure he'd be glad to answer those for you. Alderman Reed.
Yeah, if I could get Mr. Grant to come up.
Yeah, can we get this on the floor first?
Yes. I'll move it to the floor.
Second.
Been properly motioned to second. Now we'll move discussion.
Thank you. Hey, Mr. Grant.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Question, simple question, really. I was at the Planning Commission meeting, kind of had a chance to see kind of the initial thought process and renderings.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any renderings at all that does not contemplate apartments in this project?
No.
Would it be non-feasible for you without them?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thank you for just being upfront and honest. Perfect, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Mr. Grant. So we have a motion to second. Any discussion? Robert, you got your hand up, or are you just talking? Okay, good. So, hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, we ask you put the roll before the board. Sir? I will vote to move it forward so the public can have an input. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do a verbal one then. Thank you. It might be quicker. So verbal, yes? Yes. Looks like we have the 3 required votes to move this for a public hearing on July the 22nd. Madam Clerk, will read item number 3 into the record.
Resolution 21-25, a resolution to amend the fiscal year 2025 grant fund budget to provide for transfer of FEMA grant funds to solid waste fund.
Mr. Phoebus, you recognize.
This resolution allows the grant fund to reimburse the solid waste fund for expenses they had involved with the FEMA national disaster back in December of 2024.
Move your approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk? Resolution 2125 passes. Madam Clerk, item number 4.
Resolution 22-25, a resolution to revise and update several sections of the personnel policies for the city of Bartlett, Tennessee.
At this time, our Chief Human Resource Officer, Mr. Laurie, you're recognized.
Good evening. Lori Von Boekel-Amin, Chief Human Resources Officer. I'm presenting this resolution for updates to the personnel policy related to enhanced benefits associated with holidays, educational bonus, paid parental leave, and educational bonus.
Move we approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Thank you.
Resolution 2225 passes. Madam Clerk, item number 5.
Resolution 23-25, a resolution to adopt amendment number 3 to the city of Bartlett, Tennessee retirement plan.
Good evening, Lori Von Boekel-Amin, presenting this resolution to enhance the City of Bartlett retirement plan, to introduce a 775 plan for new employees effective July 1st of 2025.
Move we approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing no one wish to be recognized, Madam Clerk? Resolution 23-25 passes. Now we move to open discussions. Any board member have anything they wish to share first? Seeing no board member wish to be recognized, any directors wish to be recognized?
What a shock. We actually have things going on, right? So this week, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a regular Friday, it is a...
Food Truck Friday.
You guys have been here before. Outstanding. All right. So this Friday, 11 to 2 at Freeman Park, we will have Barbecue X, Artreanas, Pablo's Cuisine and Grill, The Fry Guy, Mr. Casa will be back. Yes, that's the fruit guy. Frostbite Ice Cream, and a brand new participant, Oolawees. So we will check them out. And after that Friday, we roll into the next week, which is...
It's July. July's here before we know it. So we have the biggest birthday party ever on July 3rd. We want y'all to come out to the Bartlett Performing Arts Center. We have Kevin and Bethany Page who will be performing along with the Bartlett Community Concert Band. We're excited. This year we have a sponsor for our stage. It's First South Financial, so we're so happy to have them partner with us on this. And fireworks will start at 9:10. It's going to be a spectacular show, so we will see you all there.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. More music.
More music. So, July the 12th, we will be kicking off Bartlett Live, our second season of the live music series. We have moved it back an hour this year, so we'll start at 7 o'clock to try to beat the heat. Freeman Park in the A. Keith McDonald Pavilion, and our opening band for the evening is going to be Your Mom's New Boyfriend, bringing you the best of the Gen X 90s and 2000s. So we will see you guys at all of the events. Oh, we'll have food trucks too. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone want to follow that? Any director? Seeing no one coming forward, no director wish to be recognized. If you filled out an open citizens forum prior to the start of the meeting, you may come forward and please state your name and address for the record. You will have 3 minutes, not 20 minutes to speak, with a total of 20 minutes for the entire public to speak. So if you filled out a form, Madam Clerk, do we have anybody fill out a form?
Yes, sir. Gregory Williams.
Thank you. My name's Gregory Williams. I'm at 7223 Santa Cruz Drive in Bartlett. I want to thank the mayor and the aldermen for allowing us to come together tonight and speak and give us our opinion. on the resolution that Grant Properties has proposed for development. I like to see development. I've been in Bartlett for 33 years. My wife and I have seen Bartlett grow, and it's been a wonderful experience. We're very blessed to be part of that. We've seen some great developments going in, and I think there's a pretty decent development going in where the Baptist Children's Home is, that Mr. Grant is developing. But the one development that we're talking about is not that development, and I like what Alderman Reeves asked earlier, is there any way to modify this plan? Right now, the way it stands, the apartments are going to be 10 feet away from a Little Bears child care center. I work with various clients, and some clients I work with are pedophiles. It would be a pedophile's dream if I told him he could have a balcony overlooking a playground 10 feet away from little children playing. This development is not good for Bartlett. It's not good for our neighborhood. I like seeing the tax base increased for various reasons. We have very fine first responders that need to be paid more, and I get that. I understand that. But this development, I'm not in favor of. It's just too close to a property line where little children are going to be playing. And I would ask the developer if he could develop houses instead of apartment buildings that are going to be, it's going to be so congested in there and so much traffic that it's just going to be a bad deal for Bartlett. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Madam Clerk?
Jenny Mann.
Hi there, my name's Jenny Lee Mann, and I reside at 8768 Cradle Hill Cove in Bartlett. And I am also here to talk about the mixed-use development. I own the business right next to Little Bears. And Bartlett is a wonderful, beautiful city, and just wanted to make a suggestion. As the community is aging and retiring, maybe suggesting a 55 older area, maybe zero lot line, or along that property line to maybe have townhouses, single-family homes, and maybe putting the apartments closer to Highway 64 instead of right there on that back property line. And of course, I will also add on to the gentleman that spoke about pedophiles. The thing is if the pedophiles aren't home, you could have video cameras recording, and they could be looking at that at future times, possibly when the business is closed or when they are at home. Just the privacy of the citizens, also with my team leaving at all hours of the day, evening time and such. That is what a suggestion that I do have that I would like to bring forward. Thank you for everyone and all that you do for here in the city of Bartlett, because it is a great place to live. It's a thriving city, and we want to continue to see it grow. Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Cindy Cromwell.
I'm the Little Bears lady. I'm Cindy Cromwell. I live at 8601 Highway 70. It's Arlington address, but it is in Bartlett city limits. I brought each of y'all, I brought these to the Planning Commission too. These are our petition that I'd like everyone to have for it. And these are all the signatures that we've received so far. The main thing is, like these other two people had said, we just don't want the apartments. We understand progress, we understand all that. We just don't want the apartments overlooking our playground for the children's sake. And I think all of y'all are parents, or I know some of y'all are grandparents, and I think y'all can respect that. You know, and there's no reason why, you know, personally, I'm not really in favor of any more apartments in Bartlett, but if we have to have them, it seems like it could be moved somewhere else on the property other than right on top of little children. You know, I think that's pretty important, especially in Bartlett, if we want to keep it like Bartlett is. I mean, we're talking about City Beautiful tonight, we're talking about the police department. You know, Little Bears is on 6 acres. I know a lot of y'all have come out and visited with me. I know the mayor did, a few of the aldermen did, some of the aldermen didn't. Invited everybody out so you could see all the trees and the garden the kids grow and all the things that we do. I just would hate to see that, you know, have a negative effect on the children. I'm a little bit confused because I know the Planning Commission turned this down. My understanding, we were supposed to meet with y'all on July the 8th, with the mayor and aldermen for another vote on this, and then it was supposed to go back to the Planning Commission. But now, if we meet with y'all on July the 8th, then why are we having the thing on the 22nd? I'm a little confused.
Let us get finished with all the applicants, and we'll address all the questions collectively.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a valid question. I just want to know.
We'll get it answered for you, too.
Okay, perfect. All right, and that's all I've got to say. Just take all that into consideration. And thank you all, you guys that did come out.
Cindy, did you say that I thought I heard you say that your problems with apartments being next to there? You just
Correct.
wished it wouldn't be apartments next to you?
Right, because it's 10 feet away, and if it's a 5-story building, you've got people looking down. Even, you know, one of my dads works for the FBI, and he's like, my biggest fear is active shooter. Because, man, they love that kind of thing. They can be on the news big time. We don't want Bartlett on the news for an active shooter that's 5 stories up shooting down on children.
Okay, so 5 stories up and 10 feet away from the property line?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, can't we move it closer to 64?
We'll let him, I can't speak for him, we'll let him answer that.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
No one else turned in.
No one else. So, Ms. Kim?
To address your questions about the scheduling of the meetings and the special use permit, they did, as you know, they went to the Planning Commission, and it's just part of the process. The Planning Commission only provides a recommendation, and then from that, then it goes to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and the first meeting with the board is just to set the public hearing. So if they didn't go on the 8th to set the public hearing, they're coming today to set the public hearing, which then there's about a 30-day in between before the actual public hearing takes place. So that's where you get the July 24th date. Was it July 24th?
22nd.
22nd, sorry, July 22nd date.
What is that?
There was nothing on the 8th. It didn't happen, it didn't. Yes, it didn't take place on the 8th, so it's taken place at this meeting. So then they had to push the meeting, the final meeting, back to July 22nd. And that's when you have the public hearing and the final vote.
But there'll still be a mayor and board of aldermen meeting on July.
Yes, yes. And they will go back to, you know, if it does pass, then there are a series of Planning Commission meetings that they will have to go to.
So if it does pass on the 8th?
No, the 22nd.
Okay, so the 22nd is the current meeting, and that's when they'll vote.
Yes. There's a public hearing, and that's when the final vote will take place.
This item will not be on the July 8th meeting for the Board of Mayor and
Correct.
Aldermen.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, it'll be a public hearing on the 22nd, and they will vote at that time.
And the reason for that is to give the public time to have input on that. So you have plenty of time to let everybody know when that date is. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Would anybody with the grant firm like to get up and address maybe some of these pedophile, or address any of the questions?
This is Keith Grant, 177 Crescent Drive in Collierville. I'm going to stay away from that one. I don't know how to respond to that. But I will say that we have been listening to comments both at the Planning Commission And here tonight, we will have some revisions to the plan that we submitted to the Planning Commission, and plan to bring that to the July 22nd meeting. So we're still working on that and are considering the comments that are making adjustments based on some of the comments that we received from the public. So,
Thank you. Hearing, we've had the open discussion, so Chair to entertain a motion to adjourn. Let's go home. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.